And welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago as we continue our discussion with President of Phoenix Park Gas Processors Limited, Mr. Dominic Rampasad. Mr. Rampasad, could you tell us some of PPGPL's plans for 2018?
In 2018, we are going to continue to our process to remodel the business, to reconfigure the business. As I mentioned, we had done a lot of work in the past 2 years looking at our cost structure. In 2017 and continuing into 2018, we're going to look at the revenue side of the business. How far can we push the value chain for our products in order to participate further along that value chain? And what I mean by that is, up until 2016, 2017, we have sold all of our product at our port, and we would sell it to buyers who would then take it to the end markets. In 2017, we challenged ourselves and actually got the concurrence of our board and shareholders to look beyond Trinidad and Tobago and to start participating in the value chain for our products, whether it be in shipping, whether it be in import into some of our export markets, and even if it involves participating in the distribution of those products within those end markets. And we did a lot of work in 2015 to ensure our balance sheet is capable of getting into that type of industry. But that is where the challenges is going to be, and that is where the opportunity is for companies like PPGPL if we want to grow and expand our asset base. Yes, we will continue to look at opportunities in Trinidad, and particularly with the importation of Venezuela gas, it brings some opportunity. But you do have to look along the value chain, and our focus is going to be looking into the value chain in 2018 through our marketing and our business development efforts.
You'll have plans to extend your business model to the Caribbean?
The Caribbean, as well as Central America. That is where our markets, particularly for propane and butane, are. And those markets are typically very small, very niche markets, but it gives you an opportunity as well to expand into it and joint venture and collaborate with the entities that we currently sell product to.
Could you tell us how the increase in the gas from Juniper has benefited Phoenix? Well,
the gas from Juniper is supplying two sources now. The majority of it goes to Atlantic, and there's a small portion that comes to PPGPL. So we get a benefit from both sides, because the gas that comes to PPGPL through the NGC, we process it and we can extract more liquids, so you get a higher level of production. But the natural gas liquids that are extracted by Atlantic as part of their process also comes to PPGPL for marketing. So by virtue of that gas going there, we've seen an increased volume of NGLs coming from Atlantic. So what we've seen because of Juniper is an increase in our natural gas liquids, in the amount that we produce, and consequently the amount that we sell.
So would that mean that you still have spare capacity for processing?
We have spare capacity for processing. Our nameplate capacity right now for processing is 2 billion cubic feet per day. As of this morning, we were processing about 1.4. So there's still a fair chunk of it. And as well, we have spare capacity on storage as well. So there is room to expand our production without having to invest a huge amount of capital.
So the curtailment has in fact affected your capacity?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Before the curtailment came along, we were processing about 1.6, 1.7 billion cubic feet. We were producing about 50,000 barrels per day of natural gas liquids. Today, we're processing about 1.4 billion cubic feet per day, and we are producing around 31,000 barrels per day of natural gas liquids. So yes, it has impacted us.
So, Mr. Rampasad, before we close, could you tell us what PPGPL is looking forward to during this year's energy conference?
Two things in particular. One is the continued collaboration with the fellow members of our industry. For us to survive, we have to survive together. We have to be able to collaborate. We have to be able to share. And we have to be able to leverage on each other's learnings. I think that's the first thing. And the other thing is to get some clarity around government policy, the gas master plan. I'm looking forward to the energy minister's address. But government policy for this industry for the next 3 to 5 years is going to be very instrumental in guiding us how we invest and how we businesses 5 years from today.
Well, you've just heard it from Dominic Rampasad, President of Phoenix Park Gas Processors Limited. Government's policy is very important, and he's looking forward to the Minister of Energy's presentation at this year's Energy Conference 2018. We now go to a quick break. Stay with us. We have much more up next.